Hey, everybody, welcome to Flash Fried, everybody's favorite show. Show where I actually already pulled all my hair out, but we're trying to get Paul to pull all his hair out, too. So
not going to happen.
We'll see how that goes.
It's too thick and luscious.
Yeah, well, my point, the thing is, we want to get you frustrated enough that even your thick rope-like hair will be torn from your scalp. Even if it fucking ends up tearing off your scalp skin, even if it ends up literally just ripping your entire skull out.
Well, see, when the plants take over, when like Audrey too comes for Paul, he's not going to eat Paul. He's going to rip his hair and his beard out and be like, ha ha ha, white guilt Paul. Leave you to your own device.
I'm going to feed the plants. I'm not an idiot.
Dude, Jason.
You work with them or you get eaten by them. That's your choices.
Oh, you know what? Fuck this story. I forgot to pull the most important story of all. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking here. And Paul didn't pull it either.
No one pulled it.
Yeah, no one pulled the fucking story.
I just pulled my pud.
Yeah.
Hey.
Poor Paul. All right, here we go.
At least it was productive.
This is the most important story, especially for Paul.
Oh, shit.
Paul. That's right. Jude Law to play Captain Hook in Disney's live-action Peter Pan. Exclusive, Paul.
I'm seeing it.
Well, I was thinking, Paul, a lot of people were saying, since you love Shmee so much, or is it Smee? Smee, man. You could play Smee, dude. You could be...
they're gonna cast that. What's that one dude's name?
You could be Jude Law's Smee.
I'd be down. I'd be down to be Smee. I'd fucking polish his hook and fucking...
I think you do more than polish his hook.
Jude Law may be heading to Neverland. The actor's in talks to play the classic Disney villain Captain Hook in the studio's live-action Peter Pan film Peter Pan and Wendy, sources tell Variety. It's directed by Pete's Dragons director David Lowery. I don't know. I mean, Jude Law is an all right actor and all that, but I don't know if he's going to top fucking, what was it, Dustin Hoffman's? I don't even like that movie, by the way, but Dustin Hoffman's Hook was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, I tried to watch it with my girlfriend, and she has no nostalgia for it, never seen it before, and she was like, I don't really care for this movie.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
The movie itself, I think, kind of sucks, but I think that the scenes of Dustin Hoffman and Bob Hoskins are pretty awesome. And I love how they played it like super gay, and even admitted that they did later on.
Oh, dude, that's weird. If the deal closes, Law would fall in the footsteps of Dustin Hoffman, Jason Isaacs, who we were just talking about.
Yeah, we were just talking about Jason Isaacs a second ago. The guy who played fucking Lucius Malfoy, and like a million other things. I was at his IMDb page, and it's fucking endless.
Well, I was talking about Alien 3.
I think Jude's Hook might be better than you think it is. Maybe he's going to edge Hook up and not make such a buffoon out of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that
fucking Hook was kind of a buffoon.
Yeah, but I mean, so was the animated Hook.
Yeah, but maybe it's time for a grittier, darker Hook, TJ.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like Hook being kind of a bumbling idiot is sort of like part of the charm of Hook, but
all right. So number one, this needs to be called Hook.
And well, that's already happened.
And it needs to be a total biopic kind of thing, focusing on just Hook, and Peter Pan is just seen for the nuisance he fucking truly is.
Well, there was already the fucking Robin Williams movie was already called Hook. Weirdly, by the way, because it's really not the movie is not really about Hook.
See, that one had it right.
I think they had it right after watching it that really the best thing they got out of any of the actors was Dustin Hoffman's Hook, so they probably just named it Hook.
Right.
But they did repeat it several times, like the big bumbling dude that lost his marbles says it.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like,
yeah, see, I never really watched it. That's why, like, in my mind, I was like, yeah, I had the idea Hollywood had fucking 20 years ago. Yeah, Hook, and you guys were like, they already did that. Like, oh yeah, we just read about that. I never watched it as a kid. I never really cared about it.
Hook is a very divisive movie. It's like half the people you talk to will say it's really good, and then the other half of people you talk to will say it's total dog shit. And I'm I'm pretty much in the total dog shit camp, but I do like Dustin Hoffman and Bob Hoskins.
I've seen pictures of the movie. That's about it.
I know it's bad, but I still enjoy watching it because I liked it as a kid. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I remember. So I can still enjoy it. Like, I still really like the Dustin Hoffman stuff. I like some of the fucking Robin Williams stuff too.
Yeah, I think that, I honestly think the movie is better before he gets to Neverland in some ways.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the arc of, like, he's Peter Pan, but he's grown up and he's, like, lost his way and shit actually works pretty well. But by the time they get to Neverland, they, like, so nerfed Neverland and, like, the Lost Boys and shit that it kind of, like, they turn it into, like, a 90s theme park sort of experience. And I think that kind of robs it of some of its edge and shit.
The skateboards and, like, the colored paintballs and stuff.
And they're, like, eating fucking, like, brightly colored goop and shit. And it's
I'm
like,
kind of having, like, flashbacks of this movie when I was a kid, but I don't really remember sitting down and watching it.
Julia Roberts was hot as fuck as Tinkerbell.
I did not like Julia Roberts being Tinkerbell personally.
Really?
Yeah.
What? She was Oh, okay. What the
She played it really super sweet, and I'm like, that's not Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell's a fucking cunt. Sweet. She did. She played it saccharine as fuck compared to the real Tinkerbell.
She played it like annoyed. And like yeah,
but Tinkerbell's supposed to be a conniving ass bitch, not like
drags him to fucking Neverland and shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, for the pure motive of saving his children. It doesn't. I don't know.
Paul, I think you as a Jude Law, Paul, just have to kind of admit, is this kind of like Jude Law's career's death rattle? I mean, he's kind of going like the family friendly thing. I don't
think so at all.
That spells the end of a lot of careers.
Yeah, I think Jude Law's over.
I think this is
Jude Law is over party.
I think this is going to signal the beginning of the older man Jude Law and the end of the young man Jude Law. Because like, dude, lots of older guys work all the way into their fucking 80s and shit. He's going to be a Max von Sydow, dude.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. His fucking, he's just like a fine wine. He just gets hotter with age.
He'll have to make it to like 95. So if he can do it, man, more power to him. But
if anybody could do it, it's him. At least 80s and still be working. I could see fucking Jude.
That's a rare category of thespian, Paul, to get to like their mid 80s and they're still getting fucking good roles, still getting cast in something. I mean, usually supporting roles.
I'm telling you, dude, I'm a stan of Jude. He's a fucking I don't know who to compare him to. Fucking Paul Newman. He's gonna have this long ass fucking movie.
I don't know if that comparison holds, but maybe it will. Only time will tell.
I love this article down here. How does Mel Gibson still have a career? I'm like, does he though? I mean,
that's bad when the first article about you is, do you have a career? Like, how do you still have one?
What the hell's going on here? All right. Researchers find fans of apocalyptic movies may be coping with pandemic better. It's because they kind of prepared for it. Because you watch one of those movies, obviously it's not the same as actually going through that kind of shit, but at the same time, you kind of mentally preps you a little bit, I think.
I guess. Yeah.
Like, if you watch enough zombie movies, then I feel like when zombies come, you're going to be at least a little bit more kind of like knowing what to expect. Then again, you might be led down a primrose path by that, too. Like, you might make an assumption about what zombies are going to do based on what you've seen in movies. And then the real zombies do something totally different. So, be cautious.
You don't know what fucking variety of zombies you're going to get, TJ. So that's pretty open-ended. Like,
that's true.
If I see zombies, I don't know if are they fast zombies? Are they slow zombies?
Well, you should be able to ascertain that pretty quick. Like,
Yeah, I might ascertain that when the zombie's taking a bite on my ass. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, they're fast.
Oh, no.
Dude, you know what's zombies? What variety of zombies I think would be the scariest to get?
Probably the 28 Days Later ones, right?
I mean, those would be near my top, but dude, believe it or not, my top zombie, Return of the Living Dead, the smart zombies.
Oh, yeah. Shit, dude.
Those zombies are pretty smart and also pretty fucking hard to kill because
more brains.
Even if even just a hand will come at you,
Yeah. So they're hard to kill. They're fast as a human can be. And it looks like some of them even mutate, like the fucking punk rock slut chick in it.
Yeah, she kind of like turns into like a vampire looking kind of thing.
So like that's the one I hope we don't get, because like it's one thing to fight like a brainless shambling horde or even a running horde that's mostly just eat, but like zombies that can like call the cops and pretend they're not zombies, and then the cops show up and eat them.
Now, in fairness, it doesn't seem like they're as intelligent as living people. They still seem a little bit like
I don't know, dude.
Like
on the fucking table.
Yeah, the one on the table did articulate some stuff.
She was like,
the pain of being dead.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, when they like call like the cop, they're always just like, send more cops. You know.
Like look at the boyfriend though. When he turns into a zombie, he pretty much maintains his intelligence. He's talking in full sentences at the end of the movie.
Yeah, but he's not quite as rotted as some of the other ones. I think maybe
that's what I mean though. So like maybe the ones that are freshly dead are way more conniving. And
then again, the one that they slapped on the table was pretty articulate still, and she looked pretty fucking rotted. So I don't know. But you're right. Those probably would be the scariest. Anyway, a small team of researchers from the University of Chicago, Pennsylvania State University, and Aarhus University have found that people who are exposed to end-of-the-world movies may be more resilient when dealing with real-life ongoing pandemic. They have written a paper describing questioning volunteers about movies they had seen and their real pandemic experience. Their paper is available on the Sci-Air-Ziv preprint server. Okay. The movie industry has been cranking out end-of-the-world type movies for years, from Martian attacks to massive volcanic eruptions to asteroid strikes and, of course, pandemics killing everyone. Psychologists have been trying to understand why people watch such movies, but have met with little success. In this new effort, the researchers looked at such movies in another way, as preparation for real-life disaster scenarios. They wondered if watching a movie about an epidemic, such as Contagion, starring Gwyneth Paltrow and Matt Damon, blah, 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 might help people deal with a real-life pandemic. They noted that viewership of Contagion rose dramatically during the first few months of the coronavirus pandemic. I remember that. To find out why and whether watching the movie helped viewers, the researchers turned to Prolific, an online recruitment tool that allows researchers to connect with volunteers virtually. For their study, the researchers queried 126 individuals. Notably, each of them was paid for their efforts. The researchers asked them about themselves and whether they were fans of certain movies in certain genres. They also asked them how they feel about the coronavirus and, of course, if they had watched the movie Contagion. The researchers found that people who had recently watched what they describe as prepper movies showed signs of higher levels of resilience to the real-world pandemic. They suggest exposure to certain scenes in movie psychologically prepared viewers, blah, 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 blah. It could also, I mean, it seems to me like it could also be the case, and I don't know if this was controlled for at all in any way, that someone who's just like more robustly prepared for something like that or more resilient to it would be more likely to watch those movies because they're not off-put by the subject matter. So I don't know if this is a
or like I don't really think people are learning or better prepared. I think it's more like catharsis. It's like you get to ignore what's going on in the real world and replace it with this fake tragedy that, you know, at the end it's just a movie, but you still get to express those like feelings of being scared and all that shit.
It's possible. I mean, because obviously you can have any form of escape, you know, right now. I think it's probably maybe more specifically that you're dealing with those like tragic events, but then of course they have this bright, like in Contagion, for example, spoiler, like they come up with a vaccine or a cure and everything is obviously the world can't be put to where it was before, but it you know, the disease is defeated. So it's like, yeah, same thing with Outbreak. Outbreak's like, there was a cure all along. Oh, my God, the government withheld it. They're evil.
Yeah, they had to, like, catch the original monkey or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, some stupid shit, dude. It's like, okay.
Dude, they catch the fucking
monkey.
And they synthesize the fucking vaccine from its blood, but the military still wants to nuke the town.
Yeah, because they're jerks.
They're real assholes.
They're just like, yeah, we want to nuke the town anyway, because, you know.
Yeah, because we're the fucking military.
We're the fucking military. What are we going to do, you know?
We're going to help people, and we're going to nuke this town.
Goddamn town. Take that.
Take that town. Die, town.
Son of a bitch.
I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. All right. So I don't know about this study. It sounds pretty Florida insurance agent fired after a mask meltdown at Costco.
Dude, this dude's the biggest fucking twerp you've ever seen.
I know, right? A Florida man.
No, dude. Do not besmirch Florida man with this fucking tool.
Florida man is,
Florida man does meth with a fucking alligator, dude. Doesn't go to a Costco and act this way. Just show the video.
All right.
You're 6 feet away from you.
You're harassing me.
I'm not harassing you. You are infecting us. You're coming close to me. You're coming close to me.
Back off! Threaten me again!
Love his shirt. Look at his shirt.
Running
the world since 1776.
Oh shit, dude. He is America come to life, dude.
He's doing like the brolic, like flexing his muscles. It's threatening me.
Me again!
Someone
Back the fuck up or your fucking phone down!
Yeah. All because he was asked to wear a mask.
I feel threatened. Back off. He's a poor guy.
Such a normal reaction, dude.
He was cornered, guys. Come on. What are you going to do when you feel threatened?
He wasn't threatened, though.
I love him flexing his little chicken arms.
Well, that's the thing. He wasn't threatened by anyone. They said, please put on a mask. And he chose to threaten them and be intimidating and irrational towards them for doing their jobs. Because Costco nationwide has a policy. If you're to enter a Costco, you're supposed to wear a mask. That's their company policy across the country. It's consistent everywhere.
You know what we need? The goon with a tire iron, man.
Goon with a tire iron.
Businesses that's closed or has a masks only policy and shit, and trying to be all fucking I'm super red-blooded American because look at me, I'm gonna spread the disease and shit. They try and cross that threshold. The goon with the tire iron is right there, and they just get brained.
Yep, running the world since 1776. Run this.
Like a dude like that, a dude that gets that brolic, he's really. Like, this is my experience, anecdotal, right? Sure. I've known a few brolic dudes in my time. And the only time they ever learn is when they get their fucking asses whooped finally one day. Somebody just beats the fucking monkey shit out of him. Like, he gets all fucking, he bows up like that at the wrong dude. Or in some instances, the wrong chick. I'm dead serious, dude.
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
So, you know what I mean? And then, like, after that, those types of people tend to be a little more hesitant to bow up at people.
Well, he's been fired from his insurance job. So,
I
mean, what a
sad day.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe he wasn't a good representative of that business. Like, I don't get it. I mean, I can understand like saying you refuse and leaving, but like you're not like the whole like I'm being threatened and get away from me. It's like, come on, dude. They're just asking you to put a fucking mask on, and it's not even it's because you might have symptoms. They don't want you to spread it. You're still get to go to the store. You got to wear a mask. That's it.
Let me tell you something, Scotty. This man was threatened. Okay. What are you supposed to do when you're threatened in public? Just take it.
He wasn't threatened though.
He was threatened. They came to him and said, "Wear a mask, or I'll kill you."
Oh, or I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
Maybe if they said that.
Well, you missed that part of the video.
Wear a mask, or I'll kill you.
You missed that part of the video.
Okay, well, I apologize. I didn't know he said, "Wear a mask, or I'll kill you."
Man, good old Florida.
San Francisco tech CEO kicked out of Carmel Valley restaurant following racist rant caught on camera.
Uh-oh.
When will people learn? If you're going to be racist, just don't say it on camera.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how many times has people been fucking destroyed online, having like their careers destroyed, doxxed, everything else happened to them? Like,
it seems like they have every video but that video, by the way.
Yeah, which video? Where's the video of the fucking rant?
None of those.
I've seen it on Twitter. But
yeah, I'll go ahead and find it while we're looking at this.
No, it's that first video.
Are you sure?
I believe it's this video.
Okay.
When was the last time you really looked up?
No.
When was the last time you really?
This is like fucking Just mute it. This is like a
I don't know what the fuck the ad is for. While that's happening,
Some car company looks like
Carmel Valley, California, a Southern California family is speaking out after a San Francisco tech CEO went on a racist rant that was captured on video this weekend while they were celebrating a birthday at Carmel Valley restaurant. The Orosa and Chan family say they will not let the experience ruin what has become an annual tradition celebrating. Okay, here we go.
On his wife's birthday, July 4th, at Carmel Valley restaurant Lucia.
We were there just celebrating, having fun.
When that fun quickly disappeared, as the man you can see in the background of the celebratory
Look at him.
began ranting.
what a fucking
He's already.
douchebag.
You can already just see the what are them Asians doing here in his fucking eyeballs and shit.
That is the look of a man that's about to go on a racist rant.
It really is.
Yes.
Even at this low video quality, you could tell. You could see it.
I've seen these before, dude. I've seen these racist rants before, and the dude that unleashes them, he always has this look on his face for like a 30 seconds to a minute before the ranting starts.
Yeah, he's got like this. What the fuck is going on? Look.
I hear this loud voice, effing Asians.
Arosa's niece, Jordan Chan, recorded what happened next on her cell phone.
Say that again. Oh, now you're shy?
Michael Lofthouse gave the family the finger, then said,
Trump's gonna you.
You need to leave now.
You need to leave.
Oh, you do not talk to
No,
our
you
guests
need
like
to
that.
leave.
What's wrong? You need to leave.
Asian piece of
Oh my god.
He was full of hate and anger. It's sad that there's still people.
Asian piece of shit.
He looks like he's full of booze as well.
Yeah.
This jacket is super complicated. They're just fucking Asian piece of fucking shit. Trump's gonna fucking destroy you fucking Asians, man.
In this world, let alone in this country.
A Lucia employee quickly stepped in.
Do not talk to our guests like that.
You stop talking to guests like that. You get out of here right now, you racist. You're a racist. You get out of here.
Can we see that one more time? Look how
Now see that finger, dude.
comes in with that finger.
Staying alive. Dude, she goes all the way up, then she goes back. She's doing
Employee
disco.
quickly stepped in.
Do not talk to our guests like that. Get out now.
Yeah, some
Get out
disco.
now, you guests.
Oh, are they? Yeah, they're
Did you see that shit? She fucking made a Zorro symbol with her finger in his face.
Z stands for Zorro.
For that.
In an emailed statement, the vice president and general manager of Bernardus Lodge and Spa in part writes, quote, "We are proud of our staff at..."
Okay, well, let me tell you why.
That
Because all
waitress
these
was
restaurants,
not fucking taking it, man.
these have gone viral so many times now. Like, they've been trained, like, if someone says some shit, like, you jump at them, get the hell out of here, buddy! Because they don't want to be like, because the first thing they don't want is coming back on the restaurant. Like, the restaurant stood by and did nothing. Well, this guy went on some racist tirade for whatever. I don't even get the reason why. They were just sitting there having a fucking celebration.
Asians think they can be Asian next to me, god damn it. Show them what's what.
I mean, he seems drunk as shit, too.
He does. He's like, I'm
not
this
saying that's
country
something
used to be for white
but-
people only.
I mean, because honestly, with booze, it mainly, I mean, like, look, I'm not going to say everything you say on booze makes logical sense or is your rational brain. But a lot of times it amplifies bad things you were thinking or shit like that.
Lucia, in keeping with Bernardus Lodge's core values. Michael Lofthouse also issued a statement writing...
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Come on, Michael Lofthouse. You know you're fucked already.
In quote, "My behavior in the video is appalling. This was clearly a moment where I lost control and made incredibly hurtful and divisive comments. I would like to deeply apologize to the Chan family. I can only imagine the stress
family.
and
Of course, their name was Chan.
they feel. I was taught to respect people of all races, and I will take the time to reflect on my actions and work to better understand the inequality that
he's
so
gonna
many
go.
of those around me face
He's
every
gonna go
day."
fucking do
He's
that.
just saving face, I think. I think he really meant what he said and what he did. I don't believe his words.
In vino veritas,
His
dude.
actions speak louder than the words he's saying.
Arosa says those actions in part include additional Instagram comments that appear to have been posted by Lofthouse directed at one of...
Wait a minute.
What?
Canceled. Everyone is well aware of the situation that happened in Monterey. You are a trash human being. You deserve every bad thing happen to you. Great food for you. Leave our planet. Asian something. Come near me or my people, and you are something dead. Probably fucking dead. Do not start, you something piece of shot.
Damn. So he's been doing this for a minute and been under the radar, I guess.
The family's supporters that include Asian expletive and come near me or my people and you are expletive dead. Lofthouse did not respond to a request for an additional comment about the Instagram post or his role as Solid
Network. We
CEO.
call it CNN. Grown Ups News Network. When something newsworthy happens and somebody says fuck shit or a titty bobbles out, it happens. Like, why hasn't somebody done this?
San Francisco-based tech company.
I can't say what he did was acceptable or right. No, it isn't. It isn't, because a lot of people will probably disagree with me by saying I forgive him, but I do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever.
Well, I mean, you're a better person than he is. That's for fucking sure.
You always got to love the counter virtue signal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
choose not to judge this man, and I forgive him for what he said.
I think at the same time, I mean, yeah, it does reek of that. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Be mad about this fucking piece of shit forever? I mean, it's just like, fuck this dude. He's an asshole, and he kind of played his cards. He laid his cards on the table of what he thinks. You know what I mean? So
I'm mad though. I don't buy that he's not still mad.
Oh, of course he's still fucking mad.
He's saying he ain't mad and that he's forgiven this dude, but he hasn't. He's just saying it to get the points. Like, if he said how he really felt about it, I'd respect him. Be like, I'm glad this dude's fucking life is disintegrating. He's a piece of shit, a racist piece of shit.
I haven't heard anything about him getting fired or anything, so.
Well, he's the CEO. He can't really. I mean, most companies, if he has a controlling interest, I mean, he's not going to fire himself. But maybe he will be fired. I don't know.
So the company is Solid 8.
Apparently, there's some company in Europe that with the same name. So I read an article about this before that's been inundated with like, your company's run by a racist, and they're like, we have nothing to do with them.
That's a different Solid 8.
I do hate that when people go on these witch hunts and they don't even get the right company or the right person. They start harassing some random person about this shit. It's like, come on, just leave. Like, make sure you got the right target if you want to harass somebody. I guess you shouldn't harass anybody technically, but come on. On the internet, if you do some fucked up shit, no one cares if you harass that person.
Harass, whatever. Okay.
I mean, it's been shown many times.
The Far Side cartoonist Gary Larson debuts his first new comics in 25 years.
Cool.
Cow monsters, aliens, and bears. Oh my. Larson releases first set of new comics since his retirement in 1995. So it's been a long time. I didn't even know Gary Larson was
the fucking Far Side.
How old must Gary Larson be at this point? I mean, he's got to be fucking ancient, right?
He retired really early on. I mean, I remember this show when I was a kid. It was like, there's no more Far Side. It's like, what?
He was born in 1950. So he's like, what, 70 then?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess he just discovered digital stuff. So all of his new comics is like him working on like a Wacom tablet or something like that.
Dude, he's been on a fucking nonstop party cocaine binge since 1995. And he finally just like lifted his head up. And they're like, Donald Trump is president? What the fuck?
What the hell's going on?
Guess it's time to come back to the Far Side.
So this is one of them right here. There's no caption or anything. It's just like an Igor cow bringing a mad cartoonist some food and coffee. I do have some of the other shit he's drawn. So here's and you could just kind of absorb it yourself, but
absurdist humor.
Oh, dude, I've always loved the Far Side, dude.
So here's some aliens on the road. Old man's driving his pickup truck. Okay, Zorky, this one's all yours. Take a deep breath, relax, give him one short blast. Remember, this is probe and release. And then here's just a bunch of bears eating Cub Scouts.
Dude, I love this shit, man.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I don't know why I love the Far Side so much, but I definitely loved it as a kid.
I loved
a new book or something that he's selling.
No, he just he basically his explanation is that he'd lost interest in drawing and for a while, and like the main thing he would do is every like Christmas he would do like a Christmas card. that he would like send to like family and friends and stuff. But he got tired of like, since he'd only break out his pen during Christmas, it would constantly be clogged with ink every year. Because I guess he uses like some kind of really old fashioned type of fucking pen or something. So he ended up getting a like a digital thing, like a Wacom tablet or something like that. And he said that he was like so into all the different like little like features of the program and stuff that it kind of reinvigorated his interest in making art. So he decided to draw some new comics.
That's cool.
I mean, it looks just like the original too, so it looks pretty cool.
But he said he might put out some new stuff, but he said he's not going to do it on any sort of deadline and not really expect anything like that to happen. So, but yeah, you know, still kind of cool.
That's pretty impressive to be 70 and come back and be like, you know what, I'm going to learn Photoshop or Illustrator or all that shit.
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, whatever program he uses.
Yeah, you can read all about it below. But man, I used to read these all the time as a kid. I had a fucking number of the collections. Just sit there and read them, and they're fucking all just super weird and bizarre. And I
used to have I had the calendar, like it was like every day you ripped off a page and it was a different comic.
Yeah, they even made fun of it on The Simpsons, where Homer was like, "Ooh, a Far Side calendar." He's just like, "I don't get it, I don't get it, I don't get it, I don't get it." So, anyway,
that's stupid, dude. Do you have a favorite Far Side? Do you remember?
It was actually one of his worst that ended up being my favorite. There was a kid inside of a beehive, just kind of like standing there. And then there was like a hole in the beehive.
Yeah.
And two bees were like gathered around the hole. One of them was dressed as a detective. And one of them, and the detective bee is like, curious. It appears the hole was made it appears the rock was thrown from the inside. And then underneath the comic it said something like medium cartoon ink and paper artist Gary Larson, title It Was Late and I Was Tired. And I just love that fucking comic.
Yeah. My favorite one's pretty easy. It's like a bunch of cowboys with numbers pinned on their shirts.
Uh-huh.
And they're walking all bow-legged around a track.
Yeah.
And it says, the caption is the 100-meter mosey.
Yeah.
Weird Far Side.
Oh yeah, there was one where like there was like an interrogation scene with the cops. And the one cop was like admonishing the other cop, like, "Don't write that down. His name isn't Puddingtane." Oh man, Gary Larson, dude. Gary fucking Larson. Anyway, 13-ton shipment of human hair, likely from Chinese prisoners, seized.
Damn.
A 13-ton shipment of beauty products such as weaves suspected to have been made out of human hair was seized on Wednesday by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol officers at the Port of New York/Newark. According to CPB, the shipment originated in Xinjiang, China, signaling potential human rights abuses or forced labor and imprisonment. The products were sold. The products were worth over $800,000.
Tell you what, TJ, you want to make some money?
Is an autonomous rural region in the northwest of China and home to roughly 11 million Uyghurs, or I forget how you pronounce that fucking, but Muslims, basically. A predominantly Muslim ethnic minority with a distinct culture and language. Until recently, there are many more Uyghurs in Xinjiang than Han Chinese, the ethnic majority that makes up the rest of the country. The U.S. State Department estimates that over 1 million Uyghurs have been detained in a massive network of internment camps in Xinjiang, where they are reportedly subjected to torture, cruel and inhumane treatment such as physical and sexual abuse, forced labor, and death.
You're subjected to death now. It's like they're just killed.
Yes.
So they're just like scalping Muslims and selling their hair to people in the United States.
Yeah, that's how. Well, that's why.
Shit.
But that's why China has its economic dominance now, man. They're willing to do anything to make a buck. Forced labor camp, that's fine. Take the hair from the prisoners. We can make money off that too. And they're out competing us, dude. I mean, we thought we had capitalism down. I mean, I haven't heard about U.S. prisoners having their hair forcibly cut and removed.
Our prisoners and selling that hair right back to the Chinese.
Yeah, we have a lot more variety.
We just don't want to compete.
Sad, man. It's sad how this country's just gone to the fucking dogs, TJ. We don't want to compete with China anymore. That's where they're beating us, dude.
Yeah, we need to start. We need to start fucking. Where we need to fucking bring back the camps. We need to fucking get some hair going. I already fucking donated my hair to America.
Apparently, this is the second time this year that CPB has seized products from China suspected to have made from prisoners' hair. Oh my God. It is absolutely essential that the American importers ensure the integrity of their supply chain meets the humane and ethical standards expected by the American government and by American consumers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, man, yes, our standards, dude. American consumers, if there's one thing I know about them, dude, the ethical standards, sky high. Sky fucking high.
What the fuck is this bitch smoking, dude? The same country that has like the try to find a fucking a refined product like, you know, chips or cookies or whatever, doesn't use palm oil. Try to find any of these products that don't fucking wreak havoc on the environment.
Scotty, the American consumer is super ethical.
You get to an American store like a Target or a Walmart, dude, that store would be fucking barren. Those stores would be fucking barren if it was like nothing, no one and nothing was exploited to get this. Like, what do we have? Let's see what we got in the store. There's some locally grown grapefruits. We got those for you. Got some strawberries. That's about it. It'd be fucking nothing, dude. It'd be like whatever was grown locally.
Even a lot of that was probably picked by Mexicans, so.
Yeah, probably so. I mean, like coffee? Give me a fucking break. Chocolate?
Diamonds.
I mean, what are these people talking about? Are they out of their fucking mind?
T-shirts.
Bottled water?
Scotty. This is just another one of these stories. I've noticed a lot of these stories lately where it's like, we got to constantly vilify China. And of course, like, what they're doing is fucking villainous. That's fine.
Of course.
You can go ahead and tell the truth about it. I don't have any objection to that. But don't fucking tell me the American consumer is some sort of like ethical being that's primarily concerned with the fucking ethically sourced products and shit.
We're the beacon on the ethical consumer hill, like as if that's a great place to be anyways.
Black Lives Matter banner leads to eviction notice for Bloomington tenant.
Eviction leads to lawsuit for Bloomington landlord.
A young father says he faces eviction for refusing to take down a Black Lives Matter banner hanging from his family's apartment's balcony in Bloomington. Donovan Burton put up his first social justice banner at his Cloberton Court apartment soon after George Floyd's killing in May. He later replaced it with one that just says Black Lives Matter. The original just said fuck the police. I don't know. It is visible on the west side of Veterans Parkway, south of Oakland Avenue. The problem, his lease doesn't allow for any personal belongings to be left out on the balcony. His landlord, First Sight, asked him repeatedly to take down the banner. Burton has declined to do so. On June 28th, he was told First Sight planned to evict him. Burton said he feels First Sight is selectively enforcing the personal belongings provision in his lease. A quick check by WGLT on Sunday found many other First Sight tenants with personal items on their balconies, many of which are visible from the street. Some have hung hearts in their windows, a symbol of unity during the pandemic. At least one other First Sight tenant displayed a smaller Black Lives Matter sign in their window in Normal. Everybody else is allowed to have personal items, and they're just singling out one personal item, Burton said. They're not being consistent. Burton lives in the apartment with his fiance and their baby. Burton is multiracial, African-American and Caucasian. Their young son is African-American, Caucasian, Latino, and Native American. Burton, who is a veteran, said Floyd's killing scared him. I cried. I cried like a lot of people, Burton said. Like everybody else, I thought of my kid and myself, so I wanted to try and protest any way I could. Scotty, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that that's why they have these provisions in these leases. So if they want to get rid of somebody, they can just look at a reason like, oh, he's leaving those them belongings out on his patio right there. And if you look at the lease in section 13, that is not allowed. Will you remove the personal belongings you've left outside? No, I will not. We'll have to evict you then. Oh, gotta evict you now. I mean, it was such a silly reason. I mean, it's clearly motivated simply by what he's putting up.
There's a mass protest going on in my apartment building. Like, they put out a notice saying that nobody could have grills. Like, pretty much everybody that has a bottom floor apartment
has a grill.
Of course. I would too. But they put out this notice that like people are going to get evicted. And like, dude, not one grill has disappeared. It's way past the deadline on the notice and shit. And there's still just grills sitting out.
Dude, they must be out of their fucking minds, dude. They think they're going to ban fucking grills in Louisiana or anywhere in America. You can't have a grill. Dude, I've seen that in so many places. No one has ever followed that because so many people in this country love to barbecue. So it's like, you're not convincing anybody not to have a fucking grill outside.
Especially not in this fucking state.
No, they're out of their fucking minds, dude. That was like, we had that lease in Bellevue. We had that fucking where we're doing the DP shit. There'd always be notices like every month, like people smell marijuana in this building, and we're like,
it's like the classic cursed fucking like the this is the boom. That's the meme, right? That's the boomer meme. Like all the media says is racism, shooting, socialism, KKK. I just want a grill for God's sake. Like that's what these motherfuckers actually care about, for fuck's sake, is grilling.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do. They just want to grill. And you're going to try to take that away? No, that's when they actually stand up.
Someone displaying a fucking banner outside of on their patio should be irrelevant. They shouldn't even care. It's like, that's your opinion. It's like if you think this guy was flying the American flag right there, the apartment building would be like, gotta take down I mean, some places have. In fairness, some of these fucking homeowners associations are that crazy where it's like, no, take everything down.
Oh, dude, the one that I was a part of one time, I needed blackout curtains because I worked such fucking odd hours. I was getting up at like 3 a.m, so I needed to have blackout curtains so I could sleep during the day.
Yeah.
Cheapest way to do that was tinfoil. So I put tinfoil in in the bedroom window that was facing the outside, and dude, I got a notice the next day. Take that down. You're in violation of your homeowners association. It's like, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, they're fucking, like, some of them are fucking crazy, dude. They're like rabid dogs. Like, if you do anything outside of the rules, like sometimes within hours, you'll have a notice from someone like the neighborhood busybody, like, hey, you shouldn't do this. And
yeah, you gotta love it. Even if in America, even if you own your fucking home, you still have some fucking piece of shit you're beholden to. Yeah, it's so awesome.
Yeah, buy in a non-HOA zone. That's the best advice I can give you.
Fuck that. Do not. Yeah, I wouldn't even. If I was ever going to buy a house, I would never buy one where I was under the fucking jurisdiction of some weird homeowners association that's like trying to control, like, basically, like everything they do is just about like uniformity. They don't want anything that like stands out or looks distinctive or interesting in any way, shape, or form. If they just want like all their little cookie cutter bullshit to fucking all match.
Yeah, they want to live in a fucking prison. They basically want to imprison themselves in their minds. And like, this is what's safe and what's good. And it's the only way things can be. And if they're any other way, the sky is falling. Oh, God, why? Give me a fucking break. Guy having a thing out there does not matter. I mean, of course, they're evicting him for the wrong reasons. But you know what? At this point, you should probably want to leave because these people are pieces of shit.
I mean, he'll probably either sue or... Like, I know that people sign these contracts and shit, but a lot of times these are challenged and people end up winning a settlement or whatever from the management company.
Yeah, I mean,
you probably will. It's probably just some people in the building or the management themselves just don't like the message or the sign. So it's like, nope, you got to go.
2 accused of painting over Black Lives Matter mural charged with hate crime in California. 2 San Francisco area residents accused of painting over a Black Lives Matter mural are facing hate crime charges. Nicole Anderson, 42, and David Nelson, 53, both of Martinez, were charged Tuesday with 3 misdemeanor counts, including a hate crime violation, the Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office said in a statement. The July 4th incident was captured on video that shows a woman splattering black paint on the yellow block letters of a downtown Martinez Street, and then using a roller to cover up some of the letters in the mural, which was city approved. In the video, which had previously been shared on social media by the Martinez Police Department, a man can be heard saying, "The narrative of police brutality, the narrative of oppression, the narrative of racism is a lie." The woman painting says, "Keep this expletive in New York. This is not happening in my town." Both are white, and the man is wearing what appears to be a Make America Great Again hat and shirt with the words Trump and 4 more years. Police confirmed that the 2 people seen in the video are Anderson and Nelson. A spokesman for the district attorney's office said Anderson painted over part of the mural, and Nelson directly aided in the alleged criminal conduct, the district attorney's office said. Both are charged with a violation of civil rights, vandalism under $400, and possession of tools to commit vandalism or graffiti, which are all misdemeanors, according to the district attorney's office. Police have said that the mural was completed on July 4th, and that both went to the mural with the purpose of painting over it. If convicted, they face up to a year in county jail. So here's what the mural looked like prior to this. I don't know if they actually have video of this incident.
Yeah, I've seen video of this.
Also new at 11, a tense confrontation in Martinez. Now, this
They're not
morning,
gonna show the whole
activists painted
thing here,
a large
but
Black Lives Matter mural in front of the county courthouse. The city gave permission for the message to be painted there. A matter of hours later, a man and a woman show up and started painting over the letters with black paint, as you can see. Pairs started arguing with activists, shouting that all lives matter, and police killings are the result of suspects resisting arrest. Witnesses say they were incensed.
Well, I was thinking, I can't believe that this is happening right in front of my face. I expected something to happen. I didn't know what it was, but when I saw this happening, I got a little bit excited, and tried to make sure to get in and film everything that happened.
Martinez police investigating activists were able to record the license plate number of the couple's truck.
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't capture any of the actual exchange there, because there's some pretty funny shit said during that exchange.
It's a little bit weird that this happened in fucking San Francisco. Like, there are fucking conservatives everywhere in California, but typically, like, especially in San Francisco, the conservatives are pretty low key. Well, like, you don't see them out there fucking sloshing paint over a mural and shit usually. So it's a little strange.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird. Let me see if I can find a more full video of this.
A Black Lives Matter mural
incident.
in Martinez, California was...
No, more commentary.
More commentary. How do you feel about it?
Everybody's got to have their comments. Like us.
Yeah. I don't really know about it being a hate crime. I just think they should make them both go out there. Like, I don't care about like some like they need to go to jail. Just make them go out there and fix the fucking sign. That should just be their punishment. I'm just a big fan of the punishment fit the crime. Like, you guys have to go fix the sign now. That's your fucking court settlement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's some
they
shit.
have to go paint another sign like that. Like, you know, just stupid shit. I don't know. I don't even know what the. Yeah, we're covering the sign up.
They don't even really seem very, very good at it.
No,
they're not.
That's also that's not even enough paint to do it.
Yeah,
no. Here.
This was like a hasty plan here.
Yeah, this is not. This was not well thought out at all.
Yeah, the narrative of police brutality, the narrative of oppression, the narrative of racism, it's a lie.
America's great. It's kind of hard to make that case while you're literally like painting over a thing that says Black Lives Matter. It's kind of
a lie. Excuse me while I deface the sign.
Excuse me while I deface this thing that says that Black Lives Matter. You know,
and somebody's desperate for the internet fame. So
yeah, this guy in his mind is like, oh yeah, we're gonna fucking post this, and all of our fucking like pro-Trump people are gonna be so fucking like, whoa, you guys are cool, and get like pat their backs and stuff, get all kind of brownie points.
This is racism, is what it is. That's what it is. There is no oppression. There is no racism.
Wait a minute. This is racist, is what this is. There is no oppression. There is no racism. There's no. So wait, which is it? Is the Black Lives Matter sign racist, or is there no such thing as racism?
She's saying that the sign itself is racist.
Right, but then he says, like, in the next breath, there's no racism.
Well, the racism does exist, but only
against white people.
Yeah,
only against white Trump supporting, God fearing motherfuckers like himself is racism a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of weird. It's like, so are you just mad that you can't be the victim in this? Is that really what the problem here is? Is that what's that?
Does he have a boner?
Yeah, I think he does. Look, he's fucking clutching his boner, dude.
It's a
what the hell?
No, just conservatives just have way bigger dicks than
dude.
Cucks, dude.
I think I saw a little boner poking up.
He's got a fucking boner doing this shit. What the fuck, dude?
Oh no,
he's got his hand in there playing with it.
Yeah, he's doing a little pocket pool.
There is no racism.
He's like grabbing his dick.
He's playing with his dick.
Wait a minute, his hand is fucking touching up on his dick.
Yeah, he's got his cock in his hand. And he's squeezing on it and shit.
What the fuck?
Like, have a fetish? Oh, dude,
he's hard as a motherfucker. Look, he's got a boner.
He's got like a racism fetish, dude.
He's got a fucking boner, dude.
He's got boner.
He's got a boner.
Fuck, dude. Why is this not the top story? Man with boner paints fucking Black Lives Matter sign.
No, but you can be.
Dude, he's grabbing it, putting his fucking. He's playing pocket pool, man.
This is shit in fucking New York. This is not happening in my town.
Fucking serious, dude.
It's not happening.
To see these like hardcore Trumpies like speaking in their California accent. There's no racism, man. There's no like there's no police brutality. It's a narrative, man. Make America great again, dude.
Dude. Whoa.
Dude, he is chubbed all the way up doing this.
Okay, so that's the video that we saw close up.
That's what I said. Oh, really? All lives matter, you fucking punk.
All lives matter, you fucking punk. Or what? Is he punk? Is he chump? I couldn't hear what he said.
He said punk.
Fucking keep America great again. That's right.
Keep America great again. That's right.
What? Keep America.
Keep America great again, bitch.
It's Keep America Great. It's not great again.
It's either Make America Great Again or Keep America Great. Even Trump fucking himself is not so grammatically retarded as to fucking say Keep America Great Again.
Dude, even those like little dogs there are kind of like, what the hell is this dude doing?
Proclamation Act. Yeah, that's right. Abraham Lincoln. You're only free because of our forefathers.
You're a fucking colonizer. You're not fucking from America. You're a fucking colonizer. Your ancestors are from here. So don't tell me.
What a fun scene.
Yeah.
She said that there were colonizers and that African people were from this continent.
I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about African people being from this continent. But
listen to it right at the end.
Yeah, I heard the thing about the colonizers, but I didn't hear anything about black people being here as like the original indigenous people of America. But we can listen again.
You're only free because of our forefathers.
You're not fucking from America. You're a fucking colonizer. Your ancestors are from here. So don't tell me.
Africans are from here, is what I heard.
Yeah, your Africans are from.
Africans are from here.
No.
What? No.
Equally wrong. Unless you're a Native American, unless you're actually like a Native American, you don't get to play that card.
America. Two morons shouting political nonsense at each other in the street.
You call that Abraham Lincoln big?
Well, I can tell you why it becomes that. It's usually because someone starts yelling and then someone gets pissed off and starts yelling back. And then it's just like, you know how that is. It's just two fucking pissed off people yelling. It's like it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere fast.
Yeah, Mary Kay Letourneau. Did we skip one? No, we didn't. Okay.
No.
Mary Kay Letourneau, who I saw her trending yesterday, and it's like, who is that again? And I'm like, oh yeah,
she banged her sixth grade student.
Who married student she sexually assaulted, dies of cancer. Seattle, Washington. Mary Kay Letourneau, a former teacher who was convicted of raping a 12-year-old male student that she later ended up marrying, died on Tuesday of cancer at the age of 58, according to reports. Letourneau's lawyer, David Gerke, tells King 5 that Letourneau died of stage 4 cancer. It was expected, but sad anyway. She was a good person. Letourneau became notorious in the mid-1990s when it was revealed that she'd been sexually assaulting a 12-year-old student, Via Falua, I don't know, who was a 6th grader at Shorewood Elementary in Burien, Washington. She was initially sentenced to 3 months in jail as part of a plea agreement in 1997, in which she said she would no longer have any contact with Fuyalo, whatever the fuck. Do you know how to pronounce this guy's fucking name?
Falau. His name was Vili Falau.
Vili Falau. She gave birth to Falau's child while awaiting sentencing. However, shortly after being released from jail, she was found in a car having sex with Falau. A judge then sentenced her to 7 years in prison. She gave birth to a second child while in prison. After being released, Letourneau and Falau were married in 2005. The couple were then divorced in 2019. Letourneau had 4 children from a previous marriage. Okay. what a sordid tale.
Yeah.
A lot of the headlines, by the way, did not use the word sexually assault or even rape. A lot of the headlines, even now, are like talk about this, like who had an affair with a student, you know. Yeah. It's like
definitely how it was covered back then.
Oh yeah, for that, yes, 100% then. But even now, many of the headlines in this story are like, oh, she had an affair.
It just shows you the bias and how bias goes in different directions.
I'm sure that that same language would be used in the reverse of the situation, right? So
yeah, I'm sure if it was a 12-year-old girl and it was her PE teacher, like, dude, there've been stories like this, and like it's been like a nationwide manhunt, and like this guy needs to fucking rot in jail. They need to bury him underneath the jail. Like, what? Like, no.
Oh, she had a tryst with a student,
and she only ended up getting initially 3 months. She did more time because she literally left the jail and wouldn't fuck this fucking kid again. So it's like she basically was like just begging to go. Like, come on, please put me in prison.
Yep. Crazy story.
I'd like to go prison.
It was
I guess. Oh, go ahead.
It was a pretty big story at the time. I kind of remember it. It was I was a little bit young to even be paying attention to the news or whatever. So I was kind of like not really super aware of it, but I do remember it.
I was a little older, so I remember it being on every like there were daily updates about it for a couple of weeks. And then when they got married, it all reappeared again, and the whole sordid case got thrown back through, because everybody's got to recap what happened. In case you don't remember, like, how could we forget?
Yeah, you guys like barraged us with it for a week and a half.
Now the name Mary Kay Letourneau, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, that's that chick that boned her student and then married him. Like, her name.
It took me a minute because I was, like I said, a little younger, so I was like, huh.
No, I didn't want to interrupt you, but like her name, she was on the news so much that her name is burned into my head, and so is the student's name, Vili Falau, because I heard it a billion times on the news.
Oh yeah. I remember even back then, though, you heard it actually a lot more back then. You still hear it now, but like back then, I think it was even worse. Like this whole like, so what? Kid's lucky,
dude. Are
kids
you fucking
lucky?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the way it always works out when it's a dude.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
when it's a male that gets sexually assaulted by their female teacher, they're just like, damn, every dude's dream. But if a 12-year-old fucking 6th grade girl gets fucked by her male math teacher or whatever the fuck, it's a completely different story.
Nuh-uh. I mean, in this case, though, we can say true love did prevail. I mean, they were married for 14 years.
There's absolutely no way that a dude that fucked a 12-year-old student would get a 3-month sentence.
No. He'd probably get life.
Yeah, he'd probably be in jail for at least 10 to fucking 20 years.
Maybe if he was a billionaire. But there are not too many billionaire teachers.
Maybe it was Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
It was get taken out in fucking jail. I remember my dad telling us a story about a guy when he was in jail. He was held in lockup, and he was talking to this guy, and like this boy really knew the rules of like how jails functioned and shit. But like the guy was like, "What's this guy in here for?" He's like, and he found out. He talked to the guy. The guy told him some bullshit day, and some guys like later told him like, "No, that guy was in here for fucking like raping like 2 6-year-olds." And in Louisiana, the penalty for that is death. So it's like. I'll tell you what. I mean, that's obviously not the same case as this one, but it's taken a lot more seriously when you reverse these roles.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, you still see that fucking shit cropping up even today, though, with this kind of story. I mean, it's less prevalent, but you even now, if you hear a story about like, because this is far from the first, last teacher to fucking
it happens all the
do
time.
this. And you hear about it still, and you still always see these people that crop up and are like, and make justifications for it. So it's pretty fucking crazy. But, man, I remember back in the day, like I'm not talking about like internet personality shit. I mean, like they're mainstream fucking political and like news voices that are like, just like mocking the story and just like taking like the tact of like, well,
the idea is based
every boy's dream.
That like all teenage and nearly teenage boys are just horny all the time, and all they want to do is fuck. And so this teacher basically did them a favor. Now, the inverse is usually true. Hormones affect people of both sexes, and boys are just as, if not less, capable of offering consent because boys develop slower than girls do. Mentally and maturity wise. So I'm not exactly sure why this person got a 3-month prison sentence and got out in time to marry the dude. Like, fuck, what the fuck?
Yeah, 7 years later, then I believe it was like when she got out and he was over 18. It's like, yep, now they can legally be
She
together.
only got 7 years because she fucking like literally did it again after being caught. So
it's crazy. I think we all just think it's crazy for the obvious reason that we've already stated, that we know that if it was reversed, this would not be the case.
Anywho, that's the final story for you plebs.
Fuck out of here, plebs.
Get the fuck lost. If you want to see the rest of the show, become a patron.
Closing time.
You already know the deal. You've known that we've told you at the end of every show. If you're still too stupid to do it, that's on you.
Plebs, you don't have to go home, but you just can't stay here.
You can't stay here.
Hey, pathetic pleb. Want to see what you missed? Check this shit out.
Like, look at this. Like, everything you need to incriminate him and indict him is just all laid out right there.
Yeah.
That is true.
Like, yep, that's his credit card. There's some coke. There's a drug box or whatever the fuck it is that they're alleging that is, which I don't know if that's true or not. There's a glass of quote-unquote whiskey that looks like a fucking Arnold Bomber. Tobacco, which I don't know how that indicts him. And Keith Richards, I don't know how that indicts him either.
You know how it goes.
Dude,
seems like
Paul, look, I hear what you're saying, man. But dude, the Keith Richards CD pulls it all together for me.
We
pledge allegiance to the show.